Good morning. It is 5:15 a.m. I forgot to turn my camera on at 5 o'clock, but honestly, it's too early. 15 minutes doesn't make a difference. Let's get today started, shall we? Okay, everybody. Good morning. I normally wake up around 6 o'clock. There's not much of a difference from an hour, but I just thought it'd be cool if you guys got ready with me today. It's a quick morning routine, but we have a couple things to talk about, so why not? I don't really know about anybody else, but I love using an electric toothbrush. It's something about it. I feel like maybe it's like the aggressiveness that an electric toothbrush has, but I don't know, it just gets a clean like a manual toothbrush can. Also, I put earrings in. Something about I don't know what it is. Whenever I get ready in the morning, it doesn't matter what time it is. If I have earrings in, I'm kind of like ooh la la, and I always wear pearls, but also I love my bonnet. I call it Bonnie. Honestly, it's my comfort animal, honestly, it's my comfort item. I got it by Scotch Bonnets by Danny, so shout out to her. I think everybody should go get one. And by everyone, I literally mean everyone. They're so good for your hair. And also, for your skin if you sleep on a silk pillowcase, but go get you one. Yay! Fresh and clean teeth. Okay, now I'm going to wash my face. I really like using the Ordinary products. My little sister got me a trial set for my for Christmas 2 years ago. Also, don't look at my nails. If you look at my nails, leave the video. My sister got me the mini set for Christmas. And 2020, I want to say. I really liked it, so I had to go get more. But I wanted to talk about a few things while we got ready. I mean, this is the point of the get ready with me, right? So, post-grad depression. I wonder if a specific type of person goes through it or something. I don't know, but I know for me it was the day after graduation. It felt like immediately something I hated was just gone, and 4 years of school, and it was just poof, 4+ years of school, to be honest. It's you don't have to worry about it anymore. That's all done, that's all gone now. And it felt like so many things had been taken away from me, if that makes sense. And honestly, things that gave me stress, things that gave me anxiety, assignments and deadlines. But I don't know, it just felt like post-graduation depression just felt like, for me, all those years amounted to one day that went by so quickly. And now, even if you knew what you were doing after graduation, even, though I had a job lined up and everything was just different. My whole life was different now, and that was just kind of the fact of the matter of things. So I feel like you lose structure leaving university, and it's structure, in whichever way it means to you, Monday through Friday classes, or that you wake up every morning at 7 o'clock on the dot to make it to your 8 a.m. class. And it's getting used to a new routine, and now you define your own limits and your terms, and that's all amazing things. But 4+ years of something that feels like it's never going to come, and then boom, it's here and then it's gone. It's like, wait, what the heck? Like, where did like all of this come from? Like, hold on, no, let me go back to my class. Like, you're kidding. It's too early in the morning for that. You also lose a pressure to perform in deadlines. Like, for example, you don't feel like you don't have a fear of not graduating on time to start your life on time. And the ridiculous thing is like, it's like kind of like what I just said. When you finish and you graduate, for me it almost felt like, okay, I've done it, I've graduated, now I'm starting my life, and what does that mean actually? And all those like Facebook memes about kind of like being an adult and you're an adult now, and like adulting sucks, adulting is rough. Like, I thought that was such a gimmick of a joke until I went through this, and I was kind of like, oh wait, no, I actually have no idea what I'm doing. Like, is there any manual, any handbook, like anything? No, we don't. No handbook, no. Okay, got it. And the other thing with pressure to perform and deadlines is having self-discipline and being intentional about that. I feel like I was pretty good at doing my assignments as it was at times. I would forget every now and again, but you don't have, a professor telling you, get this in, and they shouldn't have to do that. You starting your life and graduating depends on, for some people, and even for me at one point, depends on if you get a in this class, or if you get no less than a C in this class. Sometimes it feels like there's a lot more writing on it. It's just the act of graduating, even though, if you were to not do your job in the real world, you get fired. So it's like, you have to have, I guess, that level of like self-discipline and like being intentional of saying, I know I need to get my work done. I know where I need to get my work done. And I am conscious when I'm getting my work done to do it. I really love using the ordinary. I don't know, I think like maybe oil-based cleansers work better on me, I think. I have like dry to normal skin, but at the same time I think I have sensitive. I don't know. Maybe I should go see a dermatologist so maybe they can tell me. So how to beat it. Overcoming post-graduation depression. The thing is, I think first and foremost, time just has to pass. Because I think for like a lot of us, there isn't necessarily a benchmark on, what we need to feel better. I had a job lined up after school. I was even commencement speaker. I was leading my class, through this awesome time of accomplishment. And meanwhile, I was sitting on stage thinking about like just a feeling of melancholy that, wow, this chapter of my life is over. And that's a good thing, but that feeling just had to pass. And some days, even today, I graduated school about like 4 months ago. Some days, even today, it's a little bit, I have my days where I'm kind of just like, oh, I remember when, or missing some of my classes. And so I just think that's something that comes with it. One thing I can say is like delving into your hobbies, something that brings you joy or something that makes you happy, like your passions during the time, that really helped me too. I got back into reading, and I actually played more of the games that I've been saying that I wanted to play, and that helped, kind of like going with, you have to let time pass. That helps with time pass, but don't just go through the motions on things and let time pass in a mindless way. Like I said, be conscious about it, be intentional about it. And I think, that's where, we're able to really learn some lessons, is when we are going through something and we know we are, and we're like, I'm gonna have something at the end of this that I look back on and I'm proud of, and I want to remember it. I think that's what being intentional and being conscious is about. I also spent time in the sun, and which I think is important. I know there was like a scientific study saying that I think like vitamin D can help you beat depression and things like that. And maybe, and I don't doubt the legitimacy of that, I believe it, but also It's genuinely nice to get a breath of fresh air. I mean, honestly, especially, so I graduated in December, so I didn't have so much of those warm days, but on the days when the sun would be out and I would be like in like 3 of these bundled up, it did feel nice. It was just kind of like, okay, like it's not gonna be so bad. Take a walk around the neighborhood. I found a bike for $50. I started riding a bike. That was great. It was nice, and I got to be active while doing it. And I think like the last thing that helped me get through it was leaning on like wonderful friends who we graduated around the same time, or they also went through similar experiences. And I think that was important because most of these things you really can't go through by yourself. And it's always helpful to have people around you that support you and that love you. Okay, I am using the Ordinary Buffet. I almost called it buffet. I don't know how to pronounce it sometimes. I like look at it and I'm like, buffet. And then sometimes I'm like, buffet. So I don't know. And I also have the caffeine solution. I really enjoy the Ordinary products. I ran out of my niacinamide. I wonder if I have any left. I'm gonna see if I have any left, because if I do, oh yeah, I do. It's like, I love this thing. I like to pat. So life after college. What's different? I can definitely say I don't have any more reoccurring nightmares. I had specifically 2 nightmares often, and they gave me so much anxiety to the point where like it didn't even make sense. I felt like I wasn't even that stressed out about school. Obviously that was not the case. But I had 2 recurring nightmares. Both involved something with time, being lost. Like the first day of school, I remember it's like I'm on a college campus that felt like my university's campus, but it wasn't. And there's like all these levels and people are like bustling and walking around me, and I have no idea where I'm going. And then the other one that I had was like I would like walk in. It felt like I was in my my 10th grade, or no, 10th or 9th grade civics class at my high school, but at the same time it was my university. And I took a test and I knew I failed. And well, first I walked in late, and then I took a test and I knew I failed. And like I would wake up feeling like anxiety, feeling shame, being afraid, and like scrambling to my phone, like checking my calendar, making sure I didn't miss an assignment or anything. Like, oh, what if like my dream is trying to tell me I missed something? Which honestly, one time it genuinely did. I had a test and I had like a similar dream, and it was something similar, I can't remember, and I had missed a test by like a day and a half, 2 days. Yeah, I was so busy towards the end of school and time had just gotten away from me, but those sucked. One thing after college too, that life has been beginning to teach me is like work isn't so hard as what we make it out to be in college. And rightfully so. I mean, in college, you do your own work, but also in the real world, I am using the Ordinary moisturizing factor, so their lotion, I guess. One thing, you work with people in the real world, and you do more things together than you would by yourself in college. And so, I mean, even in programming, most people in college learn paired programming for like a semester, and then you program by yourself. And in the real world, it's more likely you're going to be consistently paired programming, and you also can utilize Stack Overflow. And most of the things that you were denied when you're in school are commonplace in the real world. I think there is something about asking for help when you need it that may be looked at that may be more respected than when you're in school, because it's almost kind of like you do, no matter, if you're asking what you feel is a dumb question, you have a sense of humility about you because you're being diligent about your work, but you're self-aware enough to know when to raise your hand and to ask for help. And so I think that's something that's more celebrated from my opinion, in the real world versus in school. Because in school, a lot of people are just kind of like, okay, let's get through this chapter, let's get through this semester, and we'll move on. And I think there's a lot of people in class that like groan and moan, and it's like, oh my god, another question. So it's like, you don't want to be a burden. And I think when you're in the real world, it's kind of like, who cares? Also, college taught me that my worth is not based on my grades. And so in turn, my worth is not based on my work in the real world. And I think, like I said, when you don't have the feeling of, oh god, I'm late for life, like the rabbit from Winnie the Pooh, feeling like you're constantly behind, it's easier to just say, hey, I'm doing my best work, the work is getting done, and I don't need to stress myself out. Okay, I am going to get in the shower. You are not coming with me in the shower. Yeah. Okay, I am out of the shower, and surprise, I am in the same sweater, but honestly, I don't care. I love the sweater, and I didn't sweat in it. Kind of like one of those like microwavable steam bags, so I don't really care. Plus, I'm working from home. If you didn't know, I work in technology. I am a home-based worker, and I love it. Honestly, it's so great. I would like to go into the office, every now and again, but for the most part, I love it. I don't have to do that whole thing. Anyways, so I want to do my hair in a like in one of those like claw clips, and I have one, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get enough of my hair into this, but we're gonna try. I saw something on TikTok that for like 30 seconds that I think could work, so let's see how we do. Also, with making friends, one thing about that is, obviously they say, as an adult, it can be much more like tough to make friends, and yeah, people are not lying. It definitely is. But one thing that has helped me since I've graduated is I have joined social groups in my city, and also along with that, my friends that I have had have introduced me to other friends that they love, and feeling as though, okay, well, if we're friends, then you'd probably get along with this person. And so it's been great to have a good group of friends to be able to meet great people. And I also met some of my best friends as of recently online, actually through Reddit, I guess. As crazy as that sounds, she's become one of my best friends. So yeah, so I have taken my hair, and right now it looks like this, and I am going to try to twist it up and do a whole and put the clip in. Let's see. Yes, that is what we want, I think. Yes. Okay, clip. I don't know, is it big enough, besties? Let's see. Is it crooked? I can feel it coming out. Let's see. I think it works. Let me see. Yeah, it works. She's cute. It's a little bit further out than I was thinking, but I do have a lot of hair, and also, most people like gel their hair down, and I just don't have time for that. So the other thing with life after college is making decisions is all up to you, and being a good decision maker, if you're not one now, I don't know if you're going to get through your 20s without becoming a better decision maker. I think if you struggle to make decisions, I have to at times, I think you should ask yourself, have you gone through this in the past? Does it remind you of a past experience? If so, what did you do then? Or what did you learn when you went through something similar? How did you react? Another thing would probably be, if it's a risky decision, are you okay with like the maximum consequences? If, it means getting into trouble, are you okay with that? And then I would say, are you giving into self-gratification? Is it something that maybe you could wait for? Or do you just want it now? And then another point I would say is, have you considered how making this decision may affect others? I think that a lot of the times, we kind of forget that life has a way of being a ripple effect or a butterfly effect, whatever you want to call it. And I think sometimes we can unintentionally hurt others if, we're not careful of being considerate of them. I am using this e.l.f. dip brow and an e.l.f. duo brush. And honestly, I am not the person to talk to about makeup. I can do my makeup all cute but generally I don't even wear it. So I'm probably just gonna do my eyebrows today, maybe do a little bit of blush and some highlight, and that'll probably be it for me. Are my eyebrows on fleek? Are my eyebrows on fleek? It's okay, you can tell me the truth. I would prefer the truth. Okay, so when it comes to our intuition, I think one thing that it's important to discern is if we feel a sense of anxiety when a thought comes into our head, or is it a calm sense of just knowing? I think that's one way, you can really get a gauge to know, when your intuition is talking to you. Because I think a lot of the times past experiences can shape obviously our thoughts, but also it can make us really and truly believe in what hasn't happened yet on in the name of anxiety or in the name of intuition, and that's just not the case. So one of the differences between intuition and anxiety is both are thoughts that can pop up into your head, but anxiety is going to feel, like you're locked up and you're choked up, and it's kind of like, oh crap, like, I have to do this, or this is going to happen. If I don't do that, then somebody's going to get hurt. Whereas intuition is just kind of like, I know. And there's nothing else to it. There's no fear. There's no panic. There's no, sense of urgency of having to do something. It's just something that you know. So yes, past experiences can shape your mindset, as you know. So one of the things that's very important, I think, to implement into our daily life is grounding. Inhale, exhale, time outside, touch that grass, get in the sun. It's all about, feeling like we're connected, am I right? Also, one of the things I like to do that makes me feel grounded is visualization. And I don't just mean visualization, with a vision board. It's more kind of like I put music on and call it maladaptive daydreaming if you want, but I daydream. And I daydream. and I listen to the song that I need to hear that day. Maybe I need to hear a more upbeat, uplifting song, or maybe some days I need to hear a more moving song, and I'll set the scene to it, and it helps me. It gives me hope in a way, and it also grounds me. Okay, how do we look? I think I look beautiful. What do we think? I added a necklace. Nothing too serious. Right the fit. Honestly, I give it an 8 out of 10 for comfort. I also put leggings on because it's Wednesday and we're working from home. One thing I wanted to mention that I didn't upstairs, The Ordinary is not sponsoring this video yet. So make sure you know what products work best for you and not just what I put on my face, please and thank you. Also, I have been really obsessed lately, and by lately I mean within the past 2 days, with kombucha. I, again, not sponsored, have tried this GT's Gingerade. Oh, chef's kiss, so good. And I also have got to try the Sacred Life. I haven't yet, but I am super excited to, because I've heard nothing but good things, and honestly I've only heard about them from Cody Cohen, Noel Miller, to be honest, but honestly it was pretty good advertisement because they got good stuff. Anyways, let's finish talking about our intuition while I make myself some coffee. I've also really been into tea, but I just haven't, I don't know, some days you just need a cup of coffee, but I can't even drink a whole cup of coffee. I have to do half calf because pretty caffeine sensitive, but that's besides the point. Anyways, I'll just do enough so that I can have some this morning. I feel like whenever you have one of those thoughts, whenever one comes into your head, write it down. And I say write it down because if it's anxiety, you can look back on it later and maybe work through it and understand what your triggers were. And if it was your intuition, then you could just look back on it and be like, oh, that was my intuition, and maybe get a little bit better about using it. I think by writing things down, it can help you with growing your confidence in your intuition, and then with your anxiety, it can help you to be more mindful of your thoughts and to understand, what comes before. I have this terrorizing, belief or thought. And when those anxiety and intrusive thoughts come into my head, like I said, I really like to visualize things. So I'll let you in on like a little secret. I like to pretend that I'm a boxer, and so I will visualize myself with an actual red glove, and I can feel it in my hand, sweaty and all, and I am punching those thoughts away, and I am pushing them out of my head or of my headspace, and it seems to help me, and maybe that'll help you too if you're a visualizer. Okay, my coffee is done brewing. I always think it's so funny when it does its last little driblets. It's just kind of like trying to get it all out, I guess. It's it's all right, bro. You can just give me the coffee. It's not that serious. Give me my coffee. Half calf coffee, that is. I can't even really claim to be that hardcore. Anyways, I totally just lost my train of thought right there. I knew what I was gonna say, but for some reason it was whew. Okay. And again, happened again. Now that my coffee is brewed, let's do a quick intuition test. What number am I thinking of? I'll give you a couple more seconds. If you guessed number 4, your intuition is good. Okay, now that my coffee is made, it is time for me to get started on working. It was great to have you guys follow me around today and talk to the camera a little bit before I really started my day. But like, comment, share, subscribe. I plan to post videos every week. And in the meantime, I hope you have a good one. See you later. Bye.